And we're live. We're live. Hello, everybody. What's up, Jeff? What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, man. Good to see you. Good to have you. Welcome to our humble abode of our YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Has Jeeb cheered up today? Were you in a bad mood?
Cheered up?
Jeeb?
Oh, I think
has Jeeb cheered up today?
No, that wasn't a bad mood, but I think he's still kind of talking about my hatred for
how you just like graphic shamed every game at the direct?
Yeah, I think it's what he's talking about. I didn't graphic shame everything. I didn't do that.
It's pretty fucked up.
It's the Nintendo Switch, man. It's
I didn't graphic shame. Okay,
it's not Jeeb's.
We're not talking about this
$5,000 gaming PC or whatever.
Shut up. It's not that much. It was COVID inflated. Okay. But
that's true.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I know you. Oh wait, no, Funko Pops. That's what I was gonna say. We're not talking about this in the show. This is the pre-show, by the way. Hey, everyone. We're glad you guys can join us today. We'll get to the actual episode in a few minutes. But for now, we'll just do a little filter in section. Funko Pop game, Jeff. We're not talking about it in the main show. We'll talk about it right now. Tell me that's not the worst game you've ever seen in your life in every aspect.
It's the most cash grab game I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. It
be.
definitely is. 100%. But I mean, if you have those IPs, like, why not use them? Grab that cash. You've already paid for the IPs.
But like, make a good game.
It's probably fun though. It's probably really fun. I don't know. It could be the best. Who knows?
Yeah, it might be awesome. It could be like the greatest game ever. Who knows?
Who knows? I know. It's definitely not going to be the greatest game ever.
It's probably going to be game of the year.
It's gonna be.
It's definitely 100%.
Yeah. Oh my! Wait, that actually means that.
Sims,
that means
what's
that.
up?
Hold on. That means. Wait, hold on a second. Oh man, Drip. That's another idea I got to put in there. About Echoes of Wisdom. That has an opportunity now because it's getting released this year to win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I said it has an opportunity. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just saying.
And think about this too. Do you want to save this for the actual show, or do you want to talk about this now?
If I'm going to add it to my notes real fast, so I remember to talk about it.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting thought.
Yeah, I didn't think about it till right now.
I mean, what's Sony got coming out this year? Nothing.
Astrobot?
Xbox, nothing.
Is that Astrobot game 2024?
Is it? Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know.
It might be
didn't watch
2025.
I didn't watch their thing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull this up. I'm gonna have to see what games are coming out.
If only there was a way.
Yeah, I know. We always do this. Like, God, I wish we could just figure stuff out. How do we just figure things out?
We got 12 people hanging out right now. Thank you, guys.
We don't use Bing. We Google, or we Bing Google and go to that page.
We Bing Google.
Just Bing Google.
Keeping Microsoft's pockets full, Drip. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, what am I looking at? 2024 game releases.
I see a new face in the chat. Hello, Monica. Good to see you. Good to have you. Nick Sims,
Monica's
what's
my
up?
wife.
That's your wife? Oh my goodness.
It's my wife.
Hello, wife. Good. Thanks for coming in. I almost missed this name because this name is a name that's really hard to see because it's so small. IDC in lower cases. Hi. Good to see you.
That's my friend Rob.
Yeah, Rob, what's up? I'm gonna call you Rob now.
Yo.
No, I'll call, unless you want me to call you Rob, I'll call you IDC because that's your username. Jeff, Power Mad, Aiden, Full Metal, what's up? That's my sister. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Good to have you. We're at 8 likes right now. Is it a possibility we get to 10 before we do this live stream or this episode recording? I feel like it's possible. You know,
dude, there ain't shit coming out this year.
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, for real. What's up, Caffeinated? Good to see you.
I mean, nothing. I don't know. Like, what's actually game of the year worthy coming out this year that I haven't got to yet?
I can't really think of much. There's probably some indie stuff that I'm forgetting about that came out this year, but I can't really think. The AAA stuff. What? Tell me. I can't. I don't know. 10 likes. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Is it that easy? Just gotta ask once. Botany Manor. Oh my god, there's this plant game that came out. My sister's in love with.
I played the demo for that. It's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I want it. I want it.
Yeah, it's got puzzles and stuff. It's cool.
I watched her
It's cool.
play.
I played it at PAX.
Yeah, I watched her play a little bit.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
it's kind of fun. Mario Party, go fuck yourself, Gavin.
Yeah, Mario Party's not gonna win Game of the Year, but
I think it might be the darkest timeline if Mario Party wins Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Not that we love Mario. It was the Mario Party house.
yeah, I mean,
If Mario Party wins Game of the Year, you know that's a bad time for games.
yo, July 19th, EA Sports College Football 25. I'm actually really excited about that.
People are. I feel like I might need to get in on that. We'll see. I need to see some reviews first.
I'm not a
Seeing
sports guy.
anything here? Harry Potter Quidditch champions.
Quidditch.
I don't know about
Kind of
stuff
interesting.
slated to come out later, but that Prince of Persia game that came out in January was awesome.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
What's it called?
Lost Crown.
Yes.
Silent Hill 2 on October 8th. I don't know if that's going to Game of the Year, though.
It depends on whether or not you think a remake or a remaster deserves to be Game of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened before,
Excuse me.
or at least they've been nominated.
I want to remind you guys real quick in our description as well as the pinned chat right now. Guys, go please drop Jeff a follow on YouTube as well as his other links as well. I think I have a few links in there. I think you have a website, Jeff. I like your website, man.
Thank you.
You have a website?
Yeah,
I programmed the HTML completely by myself.
Sick.
It's nice, man.
Thank you.
My sister is helping me with the website. I have not worked on it since she helped me with it like a couple months ago. Sorry, sister. I will get to it. We're gonna make a website. It's gonna be great. But yeah, guys, please go follow him. I think Jeff, you got your YouTube channel, you got your Twitch channel you stream on when you feel like it.
Yeah.
Any real schedule? You just kind of like, because I kind of like me, right? I just kind of feel like it today. You know.
I try to do Tuesday nights. I didn't do Tuesday night this week because I streamed the direct.
Right.
But I try to do at least Tuesday, unless I'm not feeling it, and then whatever, whenever I can. But
Yep. And then is that all that I'm aware of as far as right now is like your active content is YouTube and Twitch?
I have a TikTok.
Okay.
It's mostly Twitch clips that I upload directly from Twitch. If you know how that works. You can do the clip in vertical and set it up, and you can upload it right to TikTok. That's like all I do for TikTok.
That's makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like stuff that gets seen a lot because it's just like me playing a game or something. But I usually try to make it the funny stuff
Yeah.
that happens. But
I mean, you never know. I mean, at least it's somewhere else you're putting content.
Yeah.
Somebody could see it and be like, oh, this is cool. And
For
go
sure.
over.
yeah, I also put the same things on the YouTube Shorts because in that same page you get the button
Yeah,
for
you can
YouTube
just
Shorts. You can just
Put
click
it
there
everywhere.
too.
You might as well
Yeah.
put it on Instagram too. Oh yeah, Star Wars Hunters. That's gonna be Game of the Year for sure.
I did not
Star
think
Wars
Captain
Hunters.
A would be
He's
so
like
in love with this game.
He
is,
in
dude.
love
I mean,
with it.
he's a
That's
Star
all he
Wars
talks
guy.
about.
He likes coffee and he likes Star Wars. You know.
I know he likes Star Wars, but I mean, I played Hunters like I said that one day when we played.
Yeah.
Like the day it came out, I played that day only. I have not touched it.
Have you played that game at all, Jeff?
I have not played it. So I installed it. I want to say Johnny posted something about, we're all gonna play Star Wars Hunters, and I went onto the eShop website and had it pushed to the Switch, and I just never played it. It's on there though. I saw it on there. It's never.
Yeah. Are you? Do you like free to play games
played
at
that
all?
One day.
Do you
What was that, Jeep?
do you play the free to play games at all, like Fortnite or any other ones?
I usually stay away from them. Some of
good
them can be
decision.
really fun, but like a lot of times, like if you don't like spend money, it's kind of weird and like really hard to get into.
Yeah.
I played a game called Dauntless once.
I
a lot.
remember that one. I remember that one.
It was kinda
that
like
the one that's
Monster
kind of like
Hunter.
Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool, but like it was really hard because if I needed to stop playing at all, you had to drop out, and if you were 4 players and you went into a match and one dropped out, the difficulty didn't adjust, so it was like a 4-player difficulty with 3 people in it, and I would constantly be like, I gotta go, and like drop the game and like walk away.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna play this anymore because I'm just like I'm screwing people over
Yeah.
by accident all the time. But
I guess
we
I'm a
don't play
fake
games
Star
online.
Wars fan because I haven't done a YouTube video about a Star Wars exclusive game on the Switch. Well, you know what? You're right.
You also don't do games a lot on your channel.
Let me tell you something about. We're gonna go with Star Wars fan stuff, maybe fake Star Wars fan. I just watched the newest episode of The Acolyte. This show is fucking garbage. It is so bad. It's so bad. I swear to God, I thought watching this new episode, I'm like, this is like one of those cheap, shitty shows that's on like the Sci-Fi Channel. That's what this looks like. That's all I had in my head. It's
Shots
so bad.
Fired. Are you watching it, Jeff?
It's bad.
I don't have Disney Plus right now.
Oh, okay.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
Unless you want
Writing's
ads,
all over the
and
place.
Then
Yeah, it is.
I think they're raising the prices this year again, aren't they? Or at least or was that last year?
They just did that, didn't they?
They raised it 2 years in a row, I think. We buy it in bulk. Like, we just buy it the 1 year at a time, because when it first came out, it was a pretty good deal. I think it was like less than $100 for the year to do it that way. I'm like, I mean, that sounds like a plan, but then we got a notification like, oh, your next payment's going to be like doubled. it's like, what? And it was doubled. It went from like below 100 to close to 200. I don't remember exactly what it was, but whatever it was. But I'm like, holy!
I had a good deal like on their bundle, the original bundle that I was doing, and I was kind of locked into a price, but I didn't sign in to the ESPN or the Hulu part of it.
Yep.
Before a certain point, and they were like, oh well, you can't sign into that now. You have to delete everything and make a new account because you didn't sign in at the time, and now you have to be in the other pricing. So I lost my cheap pricing because I didn't sign in before a certain point.
What?
I guess.
That's some bullshit.
It's some bullshit. Yeah, I was pissed, but
Just straight up.
I know. I was like, "What are you talking? Like that doesn't even make any sense."
Anyway, about Acolyte, I'm enjoying it just like I am. I compare it to pizza and sex. You know, it's hard to have a bad slice of pizza or sex, but this and Star Wars shows for me pretty much the same thing. This one though, it's not nearly as good as the other stuff. I admit that. I acknowledge that. However, to say it's complete garbage is wrong. It's not.
Hot garbage, dude.
Like, have you seen television? Have you seen what's on TV? It's
no.
That's garbage. This is good television.
I don't watch that. This belongs on the Sci-Fi Channel.
You should watch some more real television before you start throwing around garbage television. Because trust me, go on any other channel, like actual channels, and that's garbage. This is good television. It's just not quite as good as the other stuff. Not nearly as good, really. But that's my 2 cents, Drip. Who's being the hot takey one now?
I usually listen.
It's usually me. I'm usually that guy.
All the other Star Wars stuff, I'm like, listen, it's not the best, but it's good. Star Wars, I like it. I love Star Wars. This it's awful. It's bad. It's just not good. And they spent so much money on it. Just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I like the main character Soul. I enjoy him. His actor.
All right.
I think it was really good in Squid Games, and I'm impressed with his English acting. Just as good as he is speaking his native tongue, so I like him. It's about all I got. Good about the show. I mean, the story's good. I think the story's good. I do. I want more. Like I just watched episode 3 today, or was it 4? Whatever. The newest one from yesterday. I just watched today. I liked it. I want to know what happens next. So I don't know.
I'm pretty easy to entertain. I'm sure if I watched, I would probably like it. Yeah. If I had Disney Plus, if I didn't have crippling choice anxiety too.
Yeah.
When I go on a thing like Disney Plus and I see like thousands of shows and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna lay down,
do nothing.
I'm just gonna scroll through this list for 2 hours.
Yeah. And watch nothing. I'm gonna fall asleep. Actually, that was way too stressful. Goodbye.
What I watch YouTube, like that's like more than half of my content. Like that I watch, I just binge YouTube.
I watch mostly YouTube. Yeah. I watch a lot of YouTube.
But outside of that, like real television, I pretty much watch Disney Plus and Netflix. That's what we have. So and I get an HBO login through my parents, so I watch that sometimes. Nice. But no, just we got Disney Plus, Netflix. But like majority of my time is spent on YouTube.
You watching the new season of
for a long time.
The Boys?
Actually, Mrs. Jeep just started it today. Just right before I hopped on the computer here. She started
It's
watching
good.
it.
I don't know.
I was playing Link's Awakening. You'd be happy to know.
Going back, huh?
Yes. In fact, I just beat a dungeon I've been stuck in for literally a year.
Widowy?
A year. It's been a whole year.
Are we talking the original or the
no
Switch remake?
The Switch remake. I
got to like the last boss and I never finished it.
Oh no!
but I played it back on Game Boy Color and I did beat it then, but
yeah,
I just never didn't get around.
I beat the Switch version like 3 times. I think.
Yeah, you did. You did a couple times on stream.
I did it once by myself and then twice on stream. Yeah, I really like that game. I mean, it's got the frame rate issues, obviously, but they're not that bad. The game's good. I love the art style. I can't wait to talk about that. I can't believe they reused that. I'm so happy they did. Like, I did not expect to see that. Especially not the way they used it. But we'll get into that. Speaking of that, you want to get this started, Jeep?
I suppose so. Any last second words, gentlemen, before we hop into the part of the stream where we have to do our job?
Let me get a beer.
Okay. This is my first bush in I don't know. Since I was drinking way too much on stream. When was that? Friday? No, that was the podcast before. It's been a week. This is my first beer in a week. Yeah. I've been trying to be a good boy.
I was gonna say that since that last time you had like 7 of them.
Dude, I rewatched that show. I always rewatch the show, but I rewatched it and I'm like, I can't do that again. We used to do it all the time, and like
we did.
It wasn't good then either.
No.
I almost made a joke when I I forgot about it by the time I sat down and talked to you guys.
Yeah.
But I was gonna make the joke that I went pee before the show this time.
Man, I peed so much on last Wednesday. It's crazy. Anyway, we can get this show going. You got your beer drip?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. A potty break? Anybody? Anybody need to use the potty? Anybody need to kiss their wife?
We're good.
We're good? Okay.
Good.
I kissed my wife already. She's not my wife yet, but she will be. Okay. Let's do it. This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Jeep Productions. Hey, oh shit. No, it wasn't me. I mean, it was me. I forgot to take off the pre-show sign. I don't like to do that. It distracts me when I have to do it like while I'm talking. Okay, sorry. Round 2. This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Jeep Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the German Jeep Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Jeep, and with me is host of Media Gaming and special guest, Jeff Troidvania. We record this podcast live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. This week, guys, we had a humongous thing happen. I don't know if you heard about it. You may have seen it, a couple things here and there, but there was a Nintendo Direct, and we got a lot of good things that came out of it. We're going to talk about all that stuff tonight, including Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. You got to get used to saying that. And Echoes of Wisdom, the Legend of Zelda game that features Zelda as a playable character. Holy crap. But we'll get to that in just a second. But first, let's introduce our guest here, Jeff. Jeff, good to have you, man.
Good to be here.
It's good. Abby's grandfather used to say, like, if you said good to see you, he used to say good to be seen. I got like good to have you, good to be halved. I don't know.
Good to be had.
Good to be had. But yeah, man, you came over from the Communication Era guys, and that's where I discovered the talent that you are. And you've been hanging out in the streams a lot. And I know that your name is Metroid or Jeff Troidvania, and that there's a heavy emphasis on the Troidvania part of your name, I think. You like Metroidvania, is that right?
Yeah, very much so, yes.
I don't think he's ever played one, actually.
It's become my entire identity at this point.
Well, it does become, you made it.
Yeah.
You named yourself that way.
It's totally fine. It happens.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, so I mean, that's a large reason why you're here today. Unfortunately, my original idea was to have you on mainly for Silk Song. unfortunately, we didn't get Silk Song.
Yeah, can we just? It's buried, right? It's done.
I
They
don't-
gave up on it.
Is it? Is it done?
Yeah.
They're just ghosting everybody. They turn their ringer off.
Yep.
They're gone. It's over.
But when was it announced, Silk Song?
I don't know, 100
2019.
years ago.
The same time when they announced that Metroid Prime 4 was getting
Holy
re-upped
shit!
again.
It was before
Yeah.
COVID.
Wow.
It's 2019. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a lifetime ago.
And I assume you're a big fan of the Hollow Knight series, or at least there's only one game in the series, right?
Hollow Knight's it's awesome. It's one of the best examples of a Metroidvania that you could play.
It
It's
is very good.
one of the
It's
few
difficult.
games that's always
Very
on
good.
sale that I have not picked up to this point, which I really need to. It was on sale for like $8
Yeah.
one time. I just didn't do it. I really need to get it because I know people talk about it all the time and I believe it. I just need to actually experience it.
I think I own it on two systems. I own it on Steam and on the Switch.
Ah,
Yeah, I think I have it on Xbox. Definitely Switch. I think I have it like 3 places. I still haven't beat it.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's really hard.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
difficult.
well, that's enough for Silk Song because it didn't happen. But there's a lot of stuff that did happen, and it's really exciting stuff. But before we get to any of that, 2 things I need to do. First thing I need to do is read the 5-star review
Oh, yeah.
of
Forgot
the
about that.
week. This week's 5-star review came from a person that is known as T.Y. Humphreys. They wrote, "Best Nintendo podcast. I started listening to the Triple G podcast a year ago. I always look forward to their opinions and predictions. These guys always stay positive and optimistic."
Do we?
Do we? I didn't know that. That's news to me.
One of us stays a little more than the other, maybe, but
Yeah. Well, now you have to.
now we're obligated. Yeah.
Thanks for always making me laugh, TTY Humphreys. Thank you for letting us make you laugh. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the 5-star review. You are qualified to win a $50 eShop gift card at some point in the future. Probably soon. But
Halfway through July.
yeah, we'll let you guys know when that's happening. But all of you who have 5-star reviews, if you have not won yet, you already qualify, even if it's in the past. So appreciate you guys. Jeff, you qualify as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody qualifies. We'll get to that when we get to it. Next up that we need to do. What? Oh yeah, that's right. So the last episode that was posted to the pod feed was the game. Where we had Johnny on. Thank you, Johnny, again for coming on. That was a lot of fun. We played a game that night, a direct predictions game, and we
did.
are going to get to the results of the what we predicted and see who came out on top. Who's got to chop off the pinky? Drip, hit the music.
All right. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be a very, very close one.
Maybe the closest one yet.
It is. It's going to be very, very, very close. And it's cool that we have 3 instead of just you and me. All right. I'm gonna go down this list very quickly so we can get on with this. Dragon Quest 3 2D HD. We all said yes. So that is 1 point for each of us. Were they going to make it 1 through 3? I said yes. So I get a point for that. You guys said no.
Yes, we
So
did.
I'm up by 1.
There you go.
Mario sports game. We all said no. Does that mean we get a point?
Yes, because there was no Mario sports game.
So 3.
It was a DLC for a Mario Sport or for a Switch
Nintendo
sports, not a
sports
Mario
game, but not a sports game. Yeah, specifically this is Mario.
Mario Party. There was a Mario Party.
There was.
We all said yes.
Hey, there you
4,
go.
3 and 3. I'm up by 1. 3D Mario.
What's the results, Drip?
I'm still at 4 because I said yes.
Yep.
You guys are now at 4 because you said no.
Did you
So
really
it's all
believe it?
tied
Did you
up.
really believe that, Drip?
I was trying to will it into existence.
Man.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Okay, Metroid Prime 4.
Hey,
We got it.
Yay! It's so cool.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
5. Zelda Wind Waker.
Yep, you said it again. That's another chip for you.
I said yes. So I get no points.
Oh, no.
You guys said no, which means you both are tied and ahead of me.
you
Twilight
go.
Princess, we all said no. That's a point for me,
Perfect.
a point for you, and a point for Johnny. Haha. A new 2D Zelda. I said yes.
You did. I
you
give
both
you
said
credit for that one,
no.
Drip. I give you credit for that. That was a good prediction. Because of course, it's easy to predict all the Zelda stuff right now because I mean, we've been here Wind Waker, Twilight Princess for how many years now? So you actually got it right on the day that it happened.
Lots.
So credit to you.
Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Don't you worry.
You also said
2D
there's a 3D Mario coming, so let's not forget
I
about
also
that.
said that Zelda was going to be the playable character. So
You did. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Okay, 2D Zelda port. I said no. That's a point for me. Jeeb said no. That's a point for him. Johnny said yes. He gets 0 points.
Oh, poor
Okay,
Johnny.
so you and I are tied. Johnny's back 1.
All right.
Anything Animal Crossing, and no, the Hello Kitty game that is a complete clone of the Animal Crossing New Horizons game does not count. Johnny said yes.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, no.
You said no. I said no.
Yeah.
We're both tied at 9.
All right.
Donkey Kong 3D, we all said no. So that is going to be 10 points for me, 10 points for you, and 8 points for Johnny.
Well, Johnny letting us down, man. Although I kind of thought Johnny be behind. I don't know. He said some crazy stuff.
2D Donkey Kong, we all got that wrong. So
Yes, we
stay
did.
At the same point.
Good thing we did. 'Cause
Really surprised
that game
by
looks fun. Even though it's a port, people complain about that.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Star Fox 0. We all got that right. You and I are at 11. Johnny is at 9. New Star Fox, we got that right. We said no. You and I are at 12. Johnny is at 10.
All right.
New NSO system. Didn't happen.
Did not.
I said no, so I have 13. You said no, so you have 13. Johnny said yes, so he stays at 10.
Very optimistic. I was trying to tell him while we were doing it, like, listen, dude, your emotions are going to get the best of you. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
I
They
do it
They
every
really
time
do.
we play this game.
Okay, Zelda movie cast. I was really, really banking on this one. Didn't happen. I said
know.
yes, so I stay at 13.
I think I said yes.
You
right?
said yes.
Yeah,
Stay at 13.
I joined the hype on that
Johnny said no. He catches up a little bit. He now has 11.
one. Ooh.
Zelda Warriors game. Didn't happen.
Did not happen. We all got that right.
Don't
correct?
worry. It's still, yeah, we all got that right. Don't worry. It's coming.
It's coming. Switch 2. It'll absolutely come.
So we got that right. 14, 14, and 12. Among Us DLC drop, and it dropped that day. We all got that right.
The sun
15,
also rose
15.
and fell that day as well.
13, yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles X ported. I said no. That gets me at 16. You said no. That gets you at 16, and Johnny said yes.
Yes, he
So
did.
He stays at 13. Oh, here we go. Switch Sports 2.
I said
I said yes, so I get no points. I stay at 16. Jeeb said no. He pulls ahead with 17 points.
Hey, Drip, you know what else I said? Now I got the sport wrong. But I said it's
Okay,
no, we're not
getting there.
Okay, oh, I'm sorry.
We're getting
Yeah,
there.
okay. I
We're
forgot
getting
we
there.
added
Calm
that.
down.
Yep. Hey, give me credit.
Okay, so
Give me my
just to get back to everybody, so you know, Jeeb is winning right now with 17 points. I'm in second with 16, and Johnny's cutting his pinky off with 13 points.
Yeah.
Okay, the next thing.
What a rough day that's gonna be when he eats the
Zelda
chip.
as the playable character in the 2D game. I said yes, which gets me at 17. Jeeb said no,
Yeah.
which keeps him at 17. Johnny said no, which keeps him at 13. Jeeb and I are tied. Kid Icarus Uprising port. We all said no, so I'm at 18. You're at 18. Johnny's at 14. He's back 4. It's gonna be tough to come back at this point.
All right.
Metroid Prime 2 and 3. We all said yes. So we all stay where we're at.
I blame
18,
you for that, Drip. You got us all
18.
hyped for that.
I did.
I thought it was gonna happen too. It's fine.
Motherfucker.
What?
Pokemon ZA.
Yeah,
I
you
said
said yes.
Oh, no.
So I stay at 18. You said no. You go up by 1 with 19. Johnny said no. He's at 15, making a comeback. Hi-Fi Rush, we all said no, which would have been cool, but it gets me to 19, gets you first one to 20,
Let's go.
and Johnny's at 16. F-Zero, we all said no. So I'm at 20, you're at 21, and we have 17 over here. Kirby Kirby. I said no. There was no Kirby, right?
There was no Kirby.
So I'm at 21. You said yes.
Damn it.
21.
Oh,
Johnny said yes, so he stays at 17 too. Ooh, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Didn't see that.
No, we did not.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
I said yes, so I stay at 21.
no.
You said no, so you go up to 22. Johnny said yes, so he stays at 17. Silk Song. We all said yes.
No.
Rest in peace, everybody.
Anything
Oh.
Smash. Did we see anything Smash?
We did not see anything Smash. Not even in
So
the
I stay
Mevo.
at 21. You said no. You go to 23. I think you're gonna win, dude. And Johnny said no. He goes to 18.
He goes to who cares? Move on.
No Yoshi. 22 for me. There was no Yoshi, right?
I don't think so.
No Yoshi.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, 22 for me. 24 for you, and 19 for Johnny. Okay, Oracle games. I said no. 23 for me. You said no. 25 for you. Johnny said yes, so he's gonna stay at 19.
No.
Johnny.
Switch two.
What a direct he was predicting.
Switch 2. I said no, so I go to 24. You said no. You go to 26. Johnny said yes, so he stays at 19.
Yo, that's a weird yes to say.
That is a very.
I love how we
It was-
have. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I was like incredibly. They were incredibly clear. More than once.
I think I talked him into that, honestly. and
You
then
did.
Kind of baited him into it. A 99 game, which we did not get.
Yeah, I think we all said yes, right?
I said no, which
Oh.
gets me to 25. You said yes, which
Yeah.
keeps you at 26, which means I'm back within one.
And Johnny was wrong, like he has
Johnny
been
said
for a
yes,
while.
and he stays
for
at
the
19.
99 game. For the 99, there's that compilation that had something that was like a 99 thing that was going on. Remember that the NES game compilation thing?
Oh,
That doesn't
yeah,
count as a 99.
Yeah, it
That's to
doesn't
say
count.
like 99 in the title, right? For that to
Yeah,
count.
yeah, or
Yeah.
something like that. Or
Yeah, a
just
number.
one of those
We're gonna say a
multiplayer
number.
numbered games that's on the
Mario
the NSO.
35 and oh,
Got it.
Okay, and for the last one, Switch Sports DLC. I said no, which was wrong, which keeps me at 25 points. Jeeb said yes, which takes him to 27 total points. Johnny said no. He's going to be cutting off his other pinky or pinky toe, whichever he has left. Jeeb is the winner by 2. I'm tired with
Oh, I pressed the
27
wrong button.
points.
Shit, I did it again. Grim. I
Congratulations,
did it
Jeeb. It's the
again.
first time you've ever
It's
won one of
gonna
these.
be
You want to say
Sorry,
a few
Justin
words?
Timberlake was just yelling at us because I pressed the wrong button. Jesus, that was so stupid. I did it again, John.
It's the first time you beat me. It's the first time.
I was trying to hit the Zelda Happy song. Can you play the Zelda Happy song for me? Was what I was trying to do. Thank you. I won. Yay!
We didn't know already.
I'm very proud of that. You should be proud of your Zelda take because you nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I was the only one saying that. It was out
No,
there.
but
I
was
believed it. I was in it. I was in.
But people were saying the new game for Switch Sports, and I was the one who was saying no way. And not only did I say no way, I also said I put that on the board for us. I'm like, no, guys.
Yeah,
you gotta-
that was the one you added. That
we're
going to be
gonna
DLC.
get a new game, a new
You did
a
say
sport,
that. I'll give you that.
because I thought
You did.
it'd be baseball. It looked like a baseball diamond to me because there was an empty spot there. I'm like, they're gonna fill the empty spot. There's no way they have an uneven amount of of sports there. They're gonna fill it out. It's right there,
You would think.
and they did. And it's basketball, and it looks incredible. I suppose that's where we can kind of start with the direct since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
The Switch Sports DLC is really cool. It's a free update. I forgot again to check when it's coming. I don't know.
Summer.
So this summer, perfect.
They just said summer.
So we'll be getting it soon. It's a free update, and it actually made me excited. It was the most exciting thing that I saw before we got to the big hitter stuff.
Yeah. No, that was cool. And it was like like you said, the 3-point contest thing. That's sick. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is.
You don't have that in the game, whatever, the NBA 2K, whatever the
Yeah.
hell it is, right?
Yeah, NBA 2K. Yeah. Rest in peace, live.
Yeah, live. I had that one.
I had both.
On Xbox One.
Are you a player of the Switch Sports games, Jeff?
I haven't played the new one. I actually don't. I haven't. Last time I played any of that was when I was back on the Wii, actually.
Yeah.
but the one on the Wii was great. So
I mean, this one's pretty good. The bowling is incredibly accurate.
It's fun, too.
Crazy
it's
accurate.
Super fun.
And I don't know, Jeeve, have you played the golf?
Yes, that's where Johnny really crushed me.
Yeah,
on Friday night. That was
I'm
rough.
actually pretty decent at the golf. It's very sensitive.
Terrible.
That's for sure.
I wonder if
I
wonder if I should try different Joy-Cons. I was having the hardest time. Like I feel like the smallest little movement for putting resulted in a smack, and when I was trying to drive the ball, it never kept me true. It all could be me, but like I can't do it. I guess I just can't play the game.
It's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Speaking of all in the hips, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is thought we were getting a Donkey Kong 3D game, which I think I voted for. No, actually, I talked it up, but then I voted it down.
You took 10 minutes and talked about how it was happening, and then said no, it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD looks really cool. Now, of course, it is a port from the 3DS.
No, it's a remake.
Is it a remake?
Yeah, I guess, right?
I don't know. I mean,
it was on the 3DS. I don't know. It's just an HD-ified.
It's the definitive version.
There you go.
That's a good way to put it.
We're gonna call it. Yes.
Because Donkey Kong Returns was on 3DS and on the Wii, and so it's both levels from both of the games.
Okay. There you go.
So it's
it's got all the levels. The definitive edition.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. You're right. For twice the price.
It looks really good. Probably not going to pick it up, to be honest, but maybe
I'm probably gonna.
If it's one of those games that gets on sale, I'll probably do it. Is it gonna be 60? Do you think?
I imagine it will be 60 probably. But this is definitely one of those ones that's going to be like one of the ones they drop to $30, $35, whatever it is, whenever they do the holiday sales. This will definitely be one of those.
35. That's a pickup for me. 35. I was thinking
they should do a combo of that and Tropical Freeze in like a sale combo.
I'll pay $60 for that.
That's the idea.
Yeah,
I'll pay $60.
Jeeve, have you played Tropical Freeze?
No, it's just a game. One of those games that's eluded me to this point. I don't love the original Donkey Kong games. The 2D side scroller Donkey Kong. I don't enjoy them that much.
So good, man.
I know.
So good.
It's just something that I can't appreciate. I just can't get into it, and I don't talk shit on it. I just can't get into it.
That's another one, man. That's those games are not easy.
No,
I mean, for platformers, like the way that they are. There is some skill involved in those for sure. I really, really loved Tropical Freeze though. And it looks just like Tropical Freeze. And we did find out, it's not. I was wondering who did it. And it was Forever Entertainment is the ones who did it.
Forever.
I was wondering.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I was wondering who did the game. I thought it was, Retro Studios, but it wasn't.
They did a good job with it.
It looks great. Yeah, it looks awesome. That's cool. I'm probably going to get that one.
I think that means that in some way, all Donkey Kong Country, at least the platform or 2D ones, are all going to be available on Switch in some way after that releases. Because you got Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 on NSO.
Well,
and then you have Tropical Freeze in this one.
The only one that, the side scrollers, but the only one that's not is the 3D 64 game. Which why is that not on there?
That should be on there.
I've never played it. I didn't know it existed, to be honest with you. I would love to try it, and that would be a great way to do it, is put it on that service so I can actually try it.
I'm sure it'll be on there eventually.
Yeah.
So
let's start with actually the first thing that popped up in the Direct. Not Among Us, like I predicted. It was Mario and Luigi Brotherhood, which I believe is what the name is.
Yes.
Please, Jeff, go for it.
Oh my God! So, have you guys played the original Mario and Luigi games from?
I have not played. How many are there? There's a few of them.
There was a few. I don't know the exact amount. There was a bunch of them, and they're all really good. They're basically like they're Mario RPGs, but the way that it works is that Mario can do certain things, Luigi can do certain things, and you got to swap places to do solve puzzles. But when you get into battles, it's if you've played Mario RPG, like the Super Mario RPG, where you gotta press the button at the right time.
Yes.
It's that, but on steroids. So someone will throw a shell at you if you press the right time. You don't get hit at all.
Well, that sounds
the shell
fun.
will go right by you. You jump over it. There's moves where you you combine Mario and Luigi to do like a special move, and you gotta like press buttons in a certain way to like make the move happen. It's like super interactive.
That's like RPG as well.
Yeah, but it's like way more interactive than Super Mario RPG was.
Okay, that actually sounds.
Yeah, and the art style being kind of like 3D, almost anime-ish, like cel shaded, really kind of fits because the GBA ones were kind of like that too. But yeah,
I think this is the first one Jeep started graphic shaming. I'm pretty sure.
I gotta be honest. I do not like the way it looks. I do not think it looks like the art style. I do not think it looks good graphically. I thought it was a 3DS game poorly ported. That's what I thought of it. Just gut reaction. You're talking positive things about it. And me never playing any of the games in the series and Drip neither. I was having a hard time like seeing any good things about it. What you're telling me makes me excited for it. I hope that the game is better. I hope the art style grows on me more. But if it's like RPG, I'll play it because I liked RPG, and I'm not an RPG guy. I'm getting more into them as I grow my gaming palette, if you will. So yeah, I will give it a shot if it's like RPG but on steroids, because that's the stuff about RPG I liked. I really did like the timing stuff. I liked the combo attacks with your other pals that you're playing with. That sounds fun. So yeah, and there's clearly a huge demand for it. Not only the Mario Luigi franchise, but also just they're bringing back Mario RPGs left and right. Nintendo's recognizing it. There's a demand for it. I think it's good. I think it's good for the series because clearly it was kind of dead to this point. So I hope they kind of revived it. So that's good. I'm happy that they put that out there. Maybe I'll watch the trailer again, and maybe I'll give it a more fair shake. But
the very first one, Superstar Saga, is on NSO.
Oh,
on the Game Boy Advance.
It is. You're right.
So
and I saw it there, and I ignored it because I just never played any of the series.
The last one to come out was on the 3DS, right? Was that the Bowser's Inside Story or something like that?
There's a couple on 3DS. Let me see.
I think that was the last one. That was one that came out, I think, when the Switch was out. It was one of the last games on the system, if not the last game. Might have been the last game, actually. The last release.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It was
look it up as if I can see it there.
It was one of the last ones. I know it was that and Luigi's Mansion, whatever port that was for the 3DS. Those are like the last ones, I'm pretty sure.
Well, let us know if you can see anything there, Jeff. But we'll move on to Mario Party, which everybody and their mother was leaking.
You fucking dogged it so hard. God, it might be the best Mario Party ever. You gave it so much shit. I couldn't even hear what they were talking about because you were giving it so much shit and so mad that there was a fucking Mario Party game. All I wanted to hear was what was going to be in this Mario Party game, and the only thing I heard the entire time is, what the fuck? Another fucking Mario Party? What the hell? I'm so Mario Party. Like, we need another you greedy Nintendo, you assholes. Like, shut up, Jeeve. I want to know what it's about. I want to know what they're going to do. It looks awesome. You can play with up to 20 people. Like, what the fuck, dude? This is going to be sick. And you hated on it.
Oh, my God.
I said in your guys' Discord, or maybe in Jeep's Discord, I was like, my wife and I go to our friend's house almost every Friday, and we play Super Mario Party with them and their kids.
Really?
And we don't even play like a regular game. We just go to the mini game section, hit random, and we just play random mini games, and for hours.
That's actually the way to do it right there. That's fun.
Yeah.
Who cares about the board? Yeah, just do the mini games.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You get to pick what position people are in and stuff. So like if you have like a 3-on-1 or like a 2-on-2, like you could pick before like how you want to do it.
Like split teams or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Captain got me. He quoted me. I put up on the screen.
Oh no.
Fucking quoted me.
Nobody buy this. Don't buy this. Don't reward this. That is exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. I'm like, James, shut the fuck up.
All right. Let me defend myself again, because I did this last night on the our members podcast. Thank you guys, all you members who showed up to that. Made it really fun.
Last night was great.
It was a ton of fun.
I want to talk about that really fast. My power was out. I did the members podcast from my phone from the back porch outside.
It was great.
It actually worked out really well. Yeah, it got dark. We actually had we gave members their 5 minutes up on stage.
Yeah, anybody who wanted to hop in
to talk with us. So yeah, if you
hopped
want to
into-
become a member,
yeah.
we do that once a month, and you can be a part of the podcast.
That is correct.
Click the little button by the subscribe button to become a member, and you can join us next month.
Yeah,
and
if
you can
you
see all the
try
ones,
from your if you
previous.
try from your iPhone, it won't work. Apparently, iPhones don't even show that button. So
Yeah, they
you need to try, like, go to your browser. And if you want to join that way on your phone, go to your browser, force desktop, or just go to a computer if you have access to that. That's the positivity we all come for. Okay,
Yeah.
let me defend myself, because I did it on
Okay,
the
go ahead,
podcast
go
last night,
ahead.
but nobody got to hear. Nobody outside of members got to hear it. Okay, I was wrong.
That's
Thank
big
you.
of you.
Thank
Very
you.
big of
I
you.
was wrong. I was wrong. Very, very, very wrong. I'm a turkey. You caught me. I can't believe how wrong I actually was. But here's the thing. My sentiment of what I'm saying about that game holds true, I think.
Okay.
It is a cash grab. It's
Yeah.
Nintendo's biggest cash grab of all, I think, of all of the games they put out, because they just pump them out every couple years. They just pump them out. And
Always
they
have,
they
always
look
will.
and they look the same as all the console generation Mario parties looked the same. They just add 5 more maps. 5 more maps. This one has what, 7 more maps? Oh, why not just one with like 20? What? How about that? So
Well, because then they wouldn't
frustration
make
is
money
still
off of
valid.
it, because people buy them all. That's why. Because they buy them.
I know.
A new Mario Party comes out. If you play Mario Party, you're fucking buying it.
As the
You're buying
consumer,
it.
though,
That's it.
from a lens that we look at it on the show, yeah, we understand. Of course, that you're right. As a lens of a consumer, that should piss you off. Like, they're taking advantage of us, guys.
Jeff,
Like, they're just
Jeff,
putting games out.
Are you buying this Mario Party game?
I'm 100% buying this Mario Party.
I rest my case. That's it. That's it.
If you're a consumer out there
Yeah.
and you like getting BF'd, every single time from Nintendo because they put a new game out, enjoy. Drip just likes it. I don't judge Drip what he likes to do on his free time. If you do it, my dude, that's not something I'm
Okay.
into. So I'm gonna buy it too, because apparently I like it too. But I'm gonna buy it because it looks awesome. That's a great game. It's the best Mario Party game I've ever seen. It's the best game on the Switch. I was very, very wrong, and I should not have shit all over it before I even saw it. Judging the
Right.
book before I saw the cover, or whatever the fuck it's saying is. I don't know.
That's good enough. That works.
That's not it, but that's close.
Not it.
No, yeah, it wasn't it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my life. That's not. You didn't say that right, G. But I get what you mean.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that.
But yeah, it's yeah, I was very wrong. I apologize to the fans of the series who were offended by my remarks. But please understand where I'm coming from is your better interest. Like, they're just milking you. They're just milking you, and I don't like it. I don't like it. And again, on the show, I clarified this as well last night. You run into issues because not everybody can afford to buy 3 Mario Party games in 6 years. Not everyone can do that. Because especially if they're a kid and they're like, "Yo, ma, buy me this game."
In 6
They're
years?
like, dude.
In a span of 6 years.
Some kids' parents can't afford to buy them many
Okay,
games.
well-
And listen, Drip, if they got the first game and they go to mom, "Hey, I want to buy this game." All right, what's the game? Mario Party. Don't you have Mario Party, Johnny? Little Timmy?
We have Mario
Little,
Party at
little
home.
Jimmy? We have Mario. Exactly. We have Mario Party right there. I'm not buying any of that. You already have it. But mom, it's a new one. I don't care. And that's the thing that's going to happen with a lot of kids. Now, of course, you're an adult, you're making your own decisions. Do your own thing. But as far as especially kids, which, hey, guess what? It's a kid's game, mainly for kids. If a kid wants it and they ask their parents and they go, "Oh, well, no, we're not buying you that game. You already have it. Go play Mario Party, the one you have." But they don't understand that they don't get it. All their friends are going to get the new one. And then now they can't play with their friends. All because Nintendo
Well, now
wants
you're just
wants
saying
money.
little Johnny's mom is an idiot, is what you're saying now.
No,
And
no. It's
I'm just not sure if
that's how my parents were back in the day. Like, we couldn't afford to buy every single game. And if I were to ask my mom to buy me the same game on the same console, but she doesn't understand that the new one is what everyone's gonna be playing now, and now the game that I have is completely pointless Who's gonna play the old one now? Nobody. But you know who's gonna? The kid who still has it. He's gonna play it by himself.
Super Mario Party sold 20 million copies.
You are an evil corporate bastard, and you don't give a fuck about anybody else except your bottom dollar. Is that what you're telling me, Drip?
How
you have any heart to the little kids who can't play Mario?
Party Superstars sold almost 13 million copies. Like, we're talking about, we're all pumped for Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Dread sold like 3 million copies. Mario Party, 13 million right here. 20 million.
We get it, Drip.
That's
they sell
why they
a lot.
keep doing it, because they can put that out every couple years and sell like crazy.
I guess to reword my concern and / question, it's not why they're putting them out. We know why they're putting them out, for money. My other question, the new question is, why do they keep disrespecting their audience by putting the same game out 3 different times with slightly different alterations? That's offensive to a consumer. I'm sorry, it is. Yes.
No one else seems offended except you.
I bet you there's a lot of
You're
people out
the
there.
only one
And all
that
the kids,
seems to be
all the
offended.
kids out there, kids at home who don't listen to this show because you shouldn't. I'm there for you. Uncle Jeeb is here for. I'm everybody's uncle. I'm everybody's favorite uncle. I'm looking out for you. If you're at home playing Super Mario Party while all your friends are gonna get Jamboree and never play with you again, hit me up, little kids.
He said, "I'm everybody's uncle. I'm everybody's uncle. Hit me up.
We'll play Super Mario Party together while your friends are playing Jamboree."
Oh God. Okay, no. We have to take that completely out of the podcast. Everything you just said. None of that can be on the internet after.
Anyway, it looks good. I'm gonna get it.
Okay. After all that, yeah. After all that, God bless America.
Oh man.
So we're probably gonna move on now to the meat and potatoes of what was announced. I don't think there's anything else, but any requests before we move on, Jeff? Anything you want to hit up? I know there was an indie game in there. There was a Metroidvania. I think you probably want to talk about that. I don't remember the name of.
Yeah. Oh my! You don't remember the name? Jesus.
No, I'm sorry. It looked great. That's all I remember about it.
It was called Mio Memories in Orbit.
Okay.
And when I first saw the trailer first started, I remember being like, "What is this?" Because it didn't make any sense. It was like a cinematic part or whatever, like a whatever, like a cutscene. And like it was really weird, but I'm super into weird games, so it's fine. So I just, I kept an open mind. But the moment I saw what it was, I was like, oh yeah. I wish listed it.
Yeah.
But on Steam.
It does look good. The art style. The art style looks on Steam?
On Steam.
Yeah, that game looks like it might struggle on the Switch. It seems like either that's the frame it's like that on purpose, which it might be, or it struggles on the Switch. Either way, I think that might be a Steam game if you got
the
Steam
art
Deck.
style looks great.
Yes.
Fantastic. I love that art style. I think that's the one thing. Jeeb, I think, was like, is this? What did you think it was?
Blue Fire.
Blue Fire.
When I saw
like,
the character come out of the ground, I was like, that looks a little bit like the Blue
It did a little.
Blue Fire.
I mean, I can see why you said that, but I don't know. Yeah.
As soon as I saw the gameplay, I was like, either the Blue Fire team is making a Metroidvania or it's something else that just looks like it. It's pretty obvious that it's not Blue Fire, but initially I'm like, ooh. But that's what made me interested in it. I'm like, ooh, that's Blue Fire. Oh, it's not, but I'm still interested. I want to see what you got going on there, and it does look really good. Do you know anything about the team who made that game, Jeff?
No, I don't know anything about it other than what was in the trailer. I know that I watched the trailer, immediately went onto Steam, see if it was on there, wishlisted it, and I'm just gonna wait for it to come out whenever it comes out. I don't remember what
I was about to ask. Yeah, I don't know when it was either, but it did look good. That was one that definitely stuck out. That wasn't like a first party Nintendo game that I was really excited about. That did stick out to me. It was looked nice.
Anything else that you saw, Jeff?
Hold on one second.
Oh, we'll hold.
It just says 2025.
Okay.
So it's not
it didn't give a date.
No.
And I really want to know too how many 2025 games there were, because there were a good bit. They said there wasn't going to be any 2025. It was all focusing on 2024 games releasing this year and nothing about the Switch 2.
Damn it, I didn't look that into that, Drew. I was going to look into that.
There were so many 2025 games.
There was a lot of 2024 though too.
I mean, technically, it could be this fiscal year, and it would still make sense if it released before March.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if
For
they're
that.
just saying, yeah, this year, talking not being specific, if it's actually in the calendar year or their fiscal year,
Right.
it's a 3-month difference. So you're right. You're right. I didn't even think about that, but either way, they always do that though. They're always like, oh yeah, we're gonna focus on games that are coming out for the first half of the year, and then they're like, holiday 2024.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You just said you weren't doing that. Why are you doing that?
Okay, so let's move on to a couple things that didn't happen. Well, we already talked about Silk Song. We don't need to do that again. We did talk about Silk Song that already happened. Another thing that didn't happen is Hyrule Warriors: The Imprisoning War. I leaked the game, as you all know.
Oh yeah, you did. You did leak the game.
I did not leak a date. I did not say it was coming tomorrow, although technically I did during our predictions. But that wasn't a leak. That was just an opinion piece. You know, I wrote an opinion piece. Yeah, I'm a journalist now. I leak stuff.
Oh, a leaker journalist.
Insider.
Oh yeah, the best kind of
Insider.
journalist.
Yes, an insider.
I'm an insider.
Jeep's the insider.
Call me Woj. You know,
Love that.
Yeah,
I got it.
But anyway, no Hyrule Warriors. Not surprising though. I really do think it's a 2025 game. I'm sorry. I think it's a Switch 2 game. I do not know if it's 2025. I'll talk to my sources. We'll get back to you on that. But
I do think that game's happening though.
It's got to happen. Dude.
It only makes sense.
It's got to happen. And of course it's coming for the next console, because if you guys played the original, should I say Age of Calamity, that one was a calamity as far as its frame rate. It was just
it ran like a turd.
And this, this is not Jeeves complaining about frame rate again. No, it was like 6 frames per second at certain points of the game.
Yes, it was very bad.
And
those Warrior games, they load up the screen with characters, so it's not really a game meant for the Switch.
No, and the crazy thing is though, the one before it, Hyrule Warriors, the definitive edition or whatever they have on Switch, it runs 60 frames per second on Switch.
Docked.
Okay, whatever.
Because, the other half of the way people play, it does not run 60, so it's important to mention that it runs
Age
60
of Calamity
docked,
runs a solid
mostly
4 frames per second.
It's variable when you run it docked. It's not always 60. It's mostly 60. Handheld, it's not a great experience. It's not a lock 30, and it's fine.
Either way,
Age of Calamity is like I said, it's a calamity of a frame rate. It's really not good. You
didn't get your game. It's coming
not yet, but we will get it. And that is the game that I thought was going to be the rumored Zelda playable character game for Legend of Zelda games. That's what I thought it was going to be. All these rumors, I was convinced myself it's going to star Zelda. It makes all the sense in the world. We're going to see her side of things from Tears of the Kingdom perspective. That's what no, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely not. We got a bombshell. They dropped a brand new 2D top-down Zelda game, brand new. I can't believe they did that. But not only did they do that, they threw everybody for a curveball. Was like, hey, Link, nah, homie, he's not the playable character today. Not today. He's gone.
Down a hole.
You don't know where he is. They kind of Tears of the Kingdom Link like they did Zelda in Tears of the Kingdom, which is kind of fun and crazy. But right before Link fell in that hole, he knocked Zelda out of her encaptured resin, and she's the playable character.
I'm going to say it was in a crystal. We're going to call it a crystal.
It was a crystal.
It was a rupee. It was definitely a rupee.
I feel attacked.
Oh no, it was definitely a crystal.
Being attacked. Whatever. Tomatoes, crystals, resin, doesn't matter. Zelda's a playable character. That's what's important. And I have no words. I'm very excited. It looks stunning.
Yeah.
Like
it looks amazing.
Where do you want to start, Drip? You're the Zelda guy.
Dude, I mean, okay, first of all, I think this is the craziest thing.
Echoes of Wisdom is an interesting name.
It is. We're going to do a whole episode on this, so I don't want to go like super, super deep in all this, but I just want to say this. Like, you got to wrap your head around this. Not only are they reusing the art style from the remake of Link's Awakening, they're using an art style they've already used on a remake to make a brand new game. And this is Nintendo we're talking about doing this. That's wild that they're doing that. I never thought we'd see this art style again, let alone in a brand new 2D game. I figured if we were going to see it, maybe like the Oracle's games. You know what I mean? Something like that would make sense, maybe. But they don't really like to do that a lot. They don't really reuse stuff like that with Zelda games, especially. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom and, you know, there's been a few. You got your Wind Waker and then the 3DS games that kind of go along with that. They've done it, but not in this way, which I thought was just very strange. I'm happy about it. I really like that art style. I don't know about you guys. The cartoon, like toy art style.
I love it. I think it's great.
I think it's great.
I loved Link's Awakening, so.
Yeah, me too. I really, really liked it. You know what I'm pumped for? You know what I'm really pumped for? Haven't even announced it yet, but it's going to be sitting right beside my little toy Link amiibo, that Zelda amiibo that they're definitely going to have for this game.
They have to re-release the Link one, too. That one's been hard to get. They have to re-release that one.
I bought that the day I got Link's Awakening, my Switch Lite, and that the day I started my YouTube channel. That was the very first video I did, was unboxing the Switch Lite, and I bought those two things the same day too. The map is another thing that I really want to talk about, because I was really looking at what this was, and if you look at some of it, the positioning of the castle, and then there's like this little like dirt field with the mounds. It's positioned just like Link to the Past map. And it has the big mountain in the back, but then you see way in the back on the opposite side, there's Death Mountain, which definitely wasn't in that map. So I feel like this is going to be like a hybrid map of different 2D maps kind of put together. And I want to get into that a little bit further later, but I think that may have something to do with these rifts that have opened up. I think there's going to be some wild stuff, but the map, I don't know. At first I was like, okay, is it Link's Awakening map? Clearly not. But I do think it's going to be probably a mashup of different maps, different 2D maps. It looks that way.
That's an interesting take. I mean, I don't know the games quite like that well enough to make that assumption, but I believe you. I mean, that makes sense. Like, again, when we talked about in the members pod last night, they needed a reason to make another 2D Zelda game, because they weren't just going to make another one for the sake of making another one. They care about Zelda too much, contrary to what I say as a joke, that they hate Zelda.
You do say that a lot.
I do.
Man,
it's a joke.
You know, the more and more I think about it, you are really positive on this show. You really are. You're like
Listen, hey, we got a 5-star review that said I bring the positivity.
You're a fucking ray of sunshine.
Exactly.
Man. You really are.
It shines off me. Welcome to Philadelphia, bitches. What was I saying?
I don't know. You were talking about they're not just going to make a 3D or a 2D Zelda just to make a 2D Zelda.
They need an excuse to make one, and their excuse was to really kind of change it up and make it something that's the most unique 2D that they've ever done. And they certainly did that. Now, every Zelda game has a gimmick, right? And even the 2Ds, the gimmick's like the thing, right? And the one I can think of most recently, or most notably for me, is Link Between Worlds, or the painting gimmick. Love it. Love it. I can't get enough of that gimmick. So, of course, the 2D Zelda's going to have a gimmick. In this game, seems like it's that staff that Zelda has. But it's so far beyond the normal Zelda 2D gimmick. This staff that she has, I mean, hopefully there's other ways of combat, which we'll get to in a second, but it seems that is the way you play the game, is like you make these things called echoes, hence the echoes of wisdom. And these echoes are what you use for combat, but also how to get around the terrain. They're in a very similar likeness to Tears of the Kingdom, where you have like something like Alter Hand, or Sticky Hand, as my one Twitch streamer I watch, DB Geek, as he calls it, where you kind of put things together. That's kind of what this is. It's you clone a bed, and then you use that bed to scale kind of mountains and stuff.
It's a sandbox. Or you can do things different ways.
You clone a bokoblin, and then that bokoblin will then fight for you.
Yeah, it's basically the idea that Tears of the Kingdom introduced with Ultra Hand and all the things you can do with their physics engine and all the different tools they give you to use it. They're basically moving that into the 2D space and basically saying you can play this game any way you want. Go find whatever bullshit you want and do it however you want, which is crazy. It's nuts that they're doing. They've never done something like that where they've brought like things that were in a 3D game, that were big parts of a 3D game like that, and brought them down into like a 2D thing like that. This is awesome. It's great. And I think they're honestly, and I said this a couple weeks ago, I think the whole reason they're doing this entire thing with Zelda as the playable character in this one is because eventually they're going to put that in the 3D game, the next 3D game, the big one on the Switch 2 years down the line. I bet she's going to be a playable character in that. Maybe not the main character, but I bet she's going to have her own abilities, her own set of skills, and it might mirror something that we're seeing with this now. It may not be the staff, but it may be just a different way to play to help you get around and solve puzzles or do whatever. I bet that's why they're doing it in a 2D game first. It's
Jeff,
the same thing as the...
any thoughts on what we're talking about here?
Yeah, so I think this is a great direction for this kind of thing.
Mhm.
I think they easily could have just done like a Link to the Past remake. I would probably have bought that, but
Hell yeah,
this is
I
like
definitely would.
this is really cool. Like, I think the one thing that threw me off a little bit was they called it the Tri-Rod, and
that's...
at first I was like,
Excuse me?
I don't know about that.
It sounds like an
name.
insult.
What'd you just say?
Up yours, Tri-Rod.
But
Well,
it's
did you
fine.
see what
That's
did you
fine.
see what the name of the fairy is?
Try, isn't
The
it?
name of the fairy is Try.
Yeah,
Just
it's the
TRI.
Tri-Rod.
Try hard rod.
Try hard, Rod.
Yeah. So when they said Tri-Rod, I was like, I was like, I don't know about the name of that, but that's fine. But like the being able to, I think like just that was never a thing I think anyone could imagine
No.
back on like Game Boy Color or something.
Oh, yeah, no way.
Older systems, like to be able to like clone the bed and then make
Yeah.
stairs out of a bed, like that's insane. I love that. And
Yeah.
you know, I wish you could hit things with the stick.
Yes, I
That's
agree.
Jeep's problem too.
Yes.
I even if it was like minimal damage, just to like hit an enemy away from you, I would love to. I mean, I feel like that's still a satisfying thing from a Zelda game where you like you swing the sword and it hits an enemy and you get that like haptic feedback.
Yeah.
It's like if they don't have that in there, that's kind of lost. But at the same time, though, like that's really not what they want you to do.
Yeah.
They want you to throw out an enemy to fight for you, or to like put a
or
bed
throw out
in
a
between you
rock.
and the enemy and run away.
Toss it.
Yeah, throw a rock.
I have a very easy solution for that, because I'm one of the people who, as PowerMed says, I hated the staff, which is not true. I
didn't hate it. He wasn't
I
happy
hated
about
the
it.
fact that that was the only way that they, at least they showed us, for combat. I want other ways of combat. I love Ultra Hand. I love everything that Tears of the Kingdom brought. All that stuff. I don't hate Ultra Hand. But if they said all you have is Ultra Hand, that and you have to pick up rocks and drop it on guys, or I don't know if I like that all that much. And that's kind of how I feel about this. Is if that's all we have, I don't know if I love it. But if what if the staff? Here's this really simple fix for people like me who don't like it. If the staff just had like an ability to where you could swing it, but not for melee. You swing it, or at least you, instead of swinging, maybe you release energy. Just release energy from the staff, like boo, balls of energy. They go out and zoom and hit things, and maybe if they hit something that's not an enemy, they do something different.
Tri-Rod balls.
Tri-Rod balls. I want Tri-Rod balls. All of them, please. But seriously, I think that would be a really nice addition to the Tri-Rod, and I don't know if we know everything about it. I don't. You're still laughing. I'm not. I don't know.
I'm just laughing when you say Tri-Rod, but you're serious about it. It's just really funny. I'm sorry, I don't know why.
It's what it's called.
Just like when you
That's the official industry name for this
Yes.
thing. So that's fine.
This is a
When you say it
penis.
seriously,
We
it's
refer
like,
to this genitals as penis. Anyway. So the Tri-Rod, I think there's other ways that you can utilize it that maybe they haven't shown us yet. I feel like it's got to be other ways that you can utilize it. And hopefully one of those ways that you can play with it, your rod, is with balls.
Okay.
Wow.
Look at the smile on that guy's face. He's so proud.
He is proud of himself. He's very proud of himself. He definitely is.
Oh, yes, I am.
I don't know what sound he just played afterwards, but I guarantee he's more proud of that than he is what he said.
I don't
I'm
have
not.
I don't have the live thing playing
Yeah.
either, so I don't know what any of the other sound
boy.
effects are.
Oh boy. Okay. I agree with you. I think you're probably right. I think you're onto something. There's probably gonna be more ways.
Am
There's gonna be
I onto
other
the
little
rod?
things.
Drip, am I onto the rod?
Well, think about it. It is called the tri-rod, and we're only seeing one way to use it. So maybe there are 2 other ways to use it.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, it's called the Tri-Rod because of the Triforce. I mean, let's make that, and the fairy's name is Tri.
Maybe.
Maybe there's also more uses to it, sure, but I mean, I think that's kind of a stretch to just assume that there's more to
I
it
don't know.
because
We'll
of that
see.
alone.
Do you know what else I noticed? You can jump all the time. Like you don't have to have anything equipped. You can just jump.
Yep.
Like that's wild. That's crazy. 2D Zelda. You
Yeah,
just jump all the
good
time,
point.
no matter what.
That's a good
new
point.
age Zelda stuff.
That is
Yeah.
that is some next generation shit right there.
Makes us
We've been
new
playing Zelda games
generation.
forever.
Yeah.
I was playing new Zelda
We don't
games
even need the tri-rod. You can jump.
back in my
Done.
day.
Like that's the gimmick. You can jump.
My Zelda game ran at 20 frames per second.
I was born in non-jumping Zelda games, molded by it.
Yeah. Same. Maybe
Yeah.
the man I am today.
And Drip, you touched on it for a second with the malice stuff that you fall through. I forget what it's called. But the story of this game is going to be wild.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I think the biggest question we have, and it's hard to even like start thinking about this until they kind of made me start thinking about it when I saw the art, the cover art, because it's got obviously Zelda right there in front, but it's got Link and Ganon up there too. So they're clearly part of this story. They may not be in the focus, you know what I mean? But they're going to be part of this story. So they went somewhere. They didn't just disappear. Where does that go?
I have a theory, Drip. I have a theory that you start the game playing with Link. And
Possibly.
that's that fight. The first thing we see could be the
It's
first
the opening
thing
part of the game.
is the opening
Yeah.
part of the game.
I imagine it is. It would have to be almost.
Yeah, what are they doing? Why are they doing it? I guess more accurate.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why are they doing what they're doing?
Is there a certain point when you go to wherever they're at? Is it low rule? Is that what's down there? Is that a warp to
that's
another
thing.
place?
Yeah, low rule. Oh my god, if they brought back low rule. Oh, that'd be so sick.
That would be very cool. I don't know if that's what it is, but I mean, it does raise a lot of questions. Like,
yes,
where are they? Are you going to go? You know, is there going to be certain points in the game when you are playing as Link again and you're down there doing something? Are you going to travel there as Zelda? Will you get an ability with your tri-rod to flip to low roll and play in low roll underneath? Kind of like a Link to the Past type of thing, the dark world and the light world, and you can move in and out. Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know. Lots of things. I want to know where they went. You ever seen that movie? You ever seen that movie Envy with Jack Black and Ben Stiller?
No.
Jack Black makes this spray, and they spray it on dog poop, and it makes the dog poop disappear.
Oh, I have seen
And then
this,
the question starts being like, where does the poop go? Where does it go? Where does it go? They keep asking. Like, everyone wants to know. Where did they? That's how I feel when I ask this question. Where did they go? They went somewhere. It's got to go somewhere. Where is it?
Yeah, your prediction is as good as mine. I think that's what makes a really good Zelda game is when we have more questions than we do answers going into it. That's what Tears of the Kingdom had going for it. It was so many questions, and
The hype was real with Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, it was for real. And I have a fly who just is constantly flying around my face, touching my nose, touching my cheeks, my legs. Very distracting. I apologize if I'm making weird gestures. I killed one earlier, and now there's another one just came up. Like these little baby gnat things, like drive me up a wall. Anyway, just want to acknowledge that because I'm moving my hands all weird.
All right. September 26th, though.
Yes.
Pumped.
Coming this year. And Drip.
pretty soon.
Yes. Drip and Jeff. We talked about this earlier in the pre-show, I think. Is this game of the year?
Yeah, that's an interesting question because there's not a whole fucking lot coming out this year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, okay, PlayStation. What's coming out? Helldivers came out.
That's not game of the year.
I mean, PlayStation people might tell you that, but I mean,
I don't know. I can't, and nothing off the top of my head that's big enough that I'm like, because I know, I mean, PlayStation and Microsoft, Sony said like they're not putting out a bunch of heavy hitters this year. They said that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, this may just be like the shoe in, just because it doesn't have a lot of competition.
That'd be
I mean,
crazy if Tears of the Kingdom loses Game of the Year, but Echoes of Wisdom wins the year after as a 2D game. How wild would that be?
What won Game of the Year last year? It wasn't Mario
Baldur's
Wonder.
Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
That's right.
Well deserved.
That's right. Yeah. Man, the more and more I think about this, they really did just line this up like perfectly. Last year was the 2D Mario. This year's the 2D Zelda. Like, it's all falling into place, Jeeb.
It is.
I feel like Nintendo's getting a little bit more predictable because we did talk about this. We talked about this a
Oh.
little bit. Like,
There's an
you know,
episode from earlier this year that we talked about 2D Zelda, how it was time.
yeah, we got the 2D Mario, it's 2D Zelda's turn.
Mhm.
I mean, they're becoming a little more predictable, which is good. Is it good? I don't know.
Well, Drip.
Yeah, Game of the Year.
Well,
Just
Drip.
give it Game of the Year now.
Segue of the year. They are becoming slightly predictable, but as we know, Drip, Nintendo can do anything they
God.
want,
Good God.
whenever they want, wherever they want, including just dropping gameplay, not a trailer, gameplay of a video game that was originally announced 8 years ago.
It's been a
And
while.
that is exactly what they did yesterday. They dropped Metroid Prime 4 named Beyond. And with
How do we feel about the name?
Oh.
How do we feel about the name?
I don't know.
Beyond stoked.
yeah.
I think Beyond is a really cool. It's a really cool name. I mean, they probably could have named it anything. I wouldn't have been. Could have named something really weird, and I wouldn't be upset. But like,
Yeah.
that seems really cool because it's like,
Metroid Prime 4. Sorry.
sorry, the bunch of R's. Sorry.
We put it out eventually. It's here.
The gameplay.
Yeah.
Jeez. I think that was the thing. Like when it spun and went to like the visor thing. I
visor,
remember
Yeah.
When I was watching that, I immediately was like, "Is this gameplay?"
Yeah.
Like,
I watched your reaction,
really
Jeff.
do
It
this,
was
like-
it was good, man. You were real mellow. You're a mellow guy in general. But like
Yeah.
watching your reactions was pretty mellow, but you took your mellow and made like somebody could be mellow amped, that's what you were. You were still mellow, but you were amped mellow. And like you got more intense as you watched more. And I was like living vicariously through you, like how amped you were getting. I'm like, oh, it's getting me pumped too.
I got to be honest, when I saw it, though, I didn't know, because I haven't played Metroid Prime 2 or 3. I didn't know if this was those or 4 until they showed it at the end. I was like, okay, what am I looking at? Because I don't know. I don't know what the other two games look like. And then I was like, this looks really good. Did they do what they did to 1? I didn't know. But then I went back and watched it, and I was like, okay, never mind. That looks
Did you guys
a
see?
lot better than,
did you guys
than 1 remastered.
did you
a
guys-
lot better.
Did you see Arlo's reaction to Metroid Prime 4, the trailer?
No,
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I'll have to watch
I
that.
went down a
It's so
YouTube
good.
rabbit hole. I know Arlo has really good reactions, but I've never seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them, but not a lot of them. I saw the one yesterday, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of watching all of Arlo's reactions to trailers. He is the master of reactions. And if any guys, if I recommend you guys go down any YouTube hole tonight, that would be Arlo's reactions to Nintendo Direct announcements or game trailers. It's just chef's kiss. I'll just leave it right there. Please go check him out. But I gut laughed for like an hour watching him react to everything. Anyway,
It looks good though. It
looks
It looks amazing.
fantastic.
Going back and looking
So
at it
good.
again, yeah. Going back and looking at it again, I was definitely confused on which one it was at first, but like I said, seeing it again, going back and really looking at the gameplay, I mean that shit looks insanely good. It's crazy good. I'm surprised they didn't put out. I didn't surprised we didn't see 2 and 3 though. A little surprised about that.
At this point, they're stuck on, you know. I mean, you could play 2 on GameCube or the Wii,
The Wii.
or I think the Wii U via the Virtual Console. I think you can play all 3.
The
Yes.
trilogy. Gee,
I
you bought the trilogy
did.
on the Wii U.
I actually forgot that I bought it on the Wii U, but I'm not going to play it, unfortunately, because it uses the waggle. and I hate the waggle, and I refuse to play any game with a waggle.
Listen, man,
I was not a Nintendo. I was not a Nintendo fan during the Wii era. And I won't be now. I think the Wii U is a better console than the Wii, personally. But it's also kind of the same thing,
actually.
but better.
Hot take, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think it is.
Yeah, the waggle sucks, but I do own them that way. But I'm not going to play them that way. If anything, I'll figure out how to emulate them with button control on the Steam Deck if I'm going to do that. But I have hopes that this game they're going to come out for the Switch 2. I really do, in a remastered form even.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they do it. I mean, even if they just give them widescreen support or whatever, and just put the joystick controls in and just slap it on the Switch.
That's what I think.
It doesn't need to be touched up all that much because 2 and 3 look really good compared to the first one did on GameCube. So like, they don't really need to do a lot. I mean, I think actually the Wii I don't think is HD, right? So it's not.
No.
Is it widescreen at least?
Here's the thing, though.
Yes.
Here's the thing about that, though.
I think the Wii, yeah, it is.
I think Nintendo has pigeonholed themselves with this, with Metroid Prime 2 and 3. I think they have to remaster them.
They do. Well, they have to put them out.
Here's
they have to at least put them out.
But no, they don't have to. No, they don't have to. They
can
will.
do anything they want, whatever it is, whatever it's stupid thing.
But they don't have to though. But I think they will. Guaranteed, especially maybe before Prime 4, but I doubt it. I think maybe just one of them before, because they're not going to just drop 2 remasters at once. I think what they're going to do is they're going to wait till 2025 sometime in the year and eventually drop 2 remastered. And the reason they have to remaster it, yes, the games look great as is. They don't have to do that. That's almost the exact reason why they have to do it, because they look great, but they don't look anywhere damn close to what the Magic Retro Studios did with Prime 1. There is no way in hell. Miss G, the mic is on.
Well, if they put them out together, though, if they put them out as 1 and 2 together and just give them, whatever, widescreen support, touch them up a little bit here and there, make them look decent enough.
Sorry about that.
They did the same thing with Pikmin 1 and 2. They did the same thing, and they shadow dropped. Let me get your guys' opinion on this. Let me give you a scenario. You guys tell me what you think, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say, because we're going to talk about this, is this a Switch 2 release title? We'll get to that. I don't think it is, but what I want to say is, what if we get, let's just say, at whatever the next time they decide to show us this game, we get a story trailer, right? Because we didn't get a story trailer. We got gameplay first. We got no story trailer, so we're going to get a story trailer.
Yeah.
What if when we get the story trailer, that's when they're like, okay, here's the release date. And while you wait, here's 2 and 3. And it's dropping today. I still feel like that's possible.
I had thought that, I mean, it's very possible that this was the last direct of the year, but they normally do have one in September.
Yeah.
So they easily could wait until September and then shadow drop 2 and 3 then with a story trailer or whatever or some more of a trailer for Prime 4. And then maybe give us a more certain release date, or even just say 2025. Yeah. But we know they're not going to talk about Switch 2 for a while. They're probably not going to talk about it till next year. So if it is a Switch 2 game, we won't know.
Yeah, we're not going to know. We're definitely not going to. See, that's the thing. I like where you're at with that. The September Direct is a yes, no, maybe, who knows? Because I feel like this was probably the last one for the Switch. I feel like by September, we're not going to be getting directs. We're going to be talking about the next system.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Releasing. I really think the next system is going to release. I know they said they're going to talk about it before March, but I think it's going to be released in March. I think they're doing it on Mario Day.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, first of all, first question before we get to that. Is this the best Nintendo Direct we've ever seen?
Ever?
I don't know about ever, but it was damn good. See, I don't
it's the
think
best Nintendo Direct we got this June.
It is.
It is.
I will agree with that 100%. I don't.
Yep.
It's hard. That's hard to argue against.
We've had in a while.
Yes,
yeah.
It is. Especially since all of last year. I mean, we got the one Direct with which was last June, I think, right? When we got Mario Wonder was the last thing.
I asked that question.
It was an okay direct.
I asked that question knowing the answer that there is no such thing as the best direct, because every direct is not aimed for every person. And because of that, not everybody's going to think every direct is the same quality. So naturally, there is no such thing as the best direct. It's a personal opinion question. And I guess I asked to you guys, can you recall a better direct for you personally than this one? Like, the answer could be yes or no. There's no like narrative here. I want to know honestly what you guys can think.
Yeah, I just made a full video about this. You can go watch it. I ranked all of the directs in the Switch era. Nobody watched it, so if you haven't seen it, go check that one out.
Nice little plug there.
I'll watch it. I'll go watch it.
All mine were just stuff when they talked about Tears of the Kingdom, or all my S tiers were Tears of the Kingdom related, and they were most E3s whenever they were talking about that. That was the big stuff for me of the Switch era. I mean, the hype that was just surrounding Tears of the Kingdom and the build up, it was just fun. Like, that's what I remember about the entire Switch era, is just the build up to Tears of the Kingdom. And you know, the game before that it was cool, but like from the time we got that first teaser trailer, every single time, I don't think this lives up to that. It was very good, especially for where we're at in the Switch's life. Amazing. I'm going to give this, it's an A. It's an A, especially when you consider where we're at in the Switch's life and what they just, I mean, they didn't have, these weren't just ports. There were some ports, there were some remakes, whatever, but it was new games. Lots of them. First party new games. I mean, you can't knock it. Especially this deep. Just this deep, you know, they don't do this.
I mean, I keep having these thoughts on this direct, like, or that like kind of suppress it in my mind as not being as good as I think it is. And then every time someone will say something and be like, you know what, that's right. Because there was like at least 5 or 6 different things from this direct that I was so happy about.
Yeah.
Starting out immediately through the gates with a brand new game.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, Mario and Luigi, the one chip challenge. I was like, immediately when I saw Mario and Luigi and it didn't look like anything I've seen before, I'm like, wow, that they're really doing this immediately.
Yeah.
They're hitting me
they knew that bet was going on.
They watched
Jeff.
our podcast the night before and they were like, you know what?
They routinely
move Mario and Luigi to the front. Fuck it. Put it in the front.
No, but for real though, like that's like a series that hasn't had a game in 9 years.
Yeah.
The original development team that made the other ones closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they went out of business. So who knows if it's a different team making this? Who knows if any of the people from the original company has anything to do with it? Maybe they hired them all up and said, "Hey, you're going to make a new one for us." Who knows? I mean, they might not even say. But
so
yeah,
let me answer my own question. For me, I think for me personally,
hold on, Jeff. What's your letter grade?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna give it an A. Absolute A.
Yeah, it's not an S, but it's an A. I agree.
I mean, even if they only showed that Metroid Prime 4 trailer and then said goodbye, I would have rated it an A.
A 10.
Drip, you have the luxury of just you have the luxury of just making that video, and you were able to also have that luxury of like looking at all the directs side by side and really comparing.
You edited it.
Yeah, but I was editing it. I wasn't listening to what you were saying. I was making sure you didn't sound like an idiot. That's my job. You know that.
Appreciate you.
But no, I just forget, honestly. I do the work and I forget. That's what I do. What was I saying?
I just look back at every single direct. Yes, I did have the luxury of having that knowledge very fresh in my mind. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. So I don't have that luxury, at least not at this moment, to really kind of compare them and everything. But also you got to remember too, for me, I didn't start watching Nintendo Directs until we started basically doing this podcast. And that happened around 2021. Mm-hmm. And probably late, that my first direct was in 2021. I don't have a huge direct sample size to look at for my favorite direct. So I gotta look back at the Tears of the Kingdom directs, but I have a feeling this is like the best direct that I've seen, for sure. I think so. I'm gonna put it S tier. Wow. It's at the bottom until contingent on what I need to see about the Tears of the Kingdom ones. But like for me, the directs that I've seen, S tier. I mean, I can't recall a direct outside Tears of the Kingdom that's made me this excited. Prime 4 made me super excited. This new 2D game makes me really excited. I think Tears of the Kingdom was more hype for me for that specific announcement, but outside of that, the rest of the announcements in the direct were kind of like, that's fun, that's cute, but give me Zelda. That's what those directs were like.
This
direct was like,
about?
oh, Switch Sports is awesome. It's not like a big heavy hitter, but it's awesome, and I love it. For me, the Metroid Prime 4 and Zelda is awesome. There's just a lot of things in there that to me hit the right note.
Gold Switch Lite. We totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
Totally forgot about that.
Dude, that's awesome. Listen, I think the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons are my favorite hardware to date for Zelda hardware. But that's a close second. That's a better looking Switch than the Tears of the Kingdom one. Hot take.
No, it is.
That's a better looking one. I'm sorry.
I agree. I hate that. I hate that it is because it's got a shit screen on it compared to the OLED. But damn it, I'm buying it anyway.
Yeah.
Other than that too, that we didn't talk about, Zelda 4 Swords Adventure coming to Switch Online.
Yeah.
With having online multiplayer. So it'll be like the first time in a long time that a lot of people could actually play with 4 players.
Said the same thing last night. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, otherwise you would have to have 4? You'd have to have 4 people with Game Boy Advances that had to keep the game. Yeah. And you had to have the cable situation.
Yeah.
To be able to connect it all and the time to sit there and play it. Right. Now it's you just have to be friends on.
Yeah.
Online or whatever.
The Switch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only barrier is that you have to have the expansion pass. But outside of that, if you got the expansion pass and you have a Switch, obviously, you can play with anybody. There's no link cables.
I was immediately going on like Discords and stuff, being like, "Who wants to play this with me? Like, let's play this. I've never played it. I would love to. It's like,
yeah, I've played a little bit of it, and I just was like, I didn't like it because I had to play it by myself.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, like Jeep said, he was saying that last night. Like, we can play online. We can all play together. Like, think about it. Like, how many people actually played this game the way it was meant to be played? Not a lot. Yeah. Not a lot.
Why didn't they just do 2 swords? Like, that's question. I mean, that's like a weird thing to think about. Like, did Nintendo really expect like a lot of people to have 4 people or 3 people with themselves? 4 people, including himself, in their life, who all had Game Boy Advances with that copy of the game with link cables. Did they really think that?
They sure did.
I can't believe they thought that. I guarantee you, like, when I die, one of the questions I'll ask God is how many people played 4 Swords, like
with 4 players, all linked up. Yeah,
all linked up.
And how many of them actually beat the game that way?
Oh yeah, and it's 0.
What do you do? Can you also ask how many people played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube with all 4 people having Game Boy Advances connected to the GameCube with that special cable?
Oh, well, I mean, you just trumped that. That's a 1-up right there.
Yeah. That's a lot.
It happened once.
Yeah, there's people out there that have done it. They're legends at this point.
They are, yeah,
they
living
sure
legends.
Are you one of those people, Jeff? Are you one of those people?
Nope.
Okay, there you go. Nope. We're about done here, but let's wrap it up on this last subject. When is the next Nintendo Direct?
September.
Really? You really think so?
I think so.
I do not.
I don't know. Maybe
it's going to be some kind of Direct. It may not be, if it's not a full-on Nintendo Direct.
Not a partner showcase. Not an indie Direct. Those don't count in this particular question.
Okay.
I'm talking about like this one was. Even if it's half of it, 25 to 40 minute Nintendo Direct. When's the next one? Full Direct.
I'm still saying September.
Really?
I'm still going to say it.
Maybe.
You are the most optimistic person I've ever seen, my friend,
listen,
if that's the case.
Looking back, I just looked back at all the Directs. There's some strong Directs in September. September has had some pretty stout Directs. I mean, I just don't know if they're gonna. We have the lineup. We're good. We're done. We have it. They've already told us the Switch 2 is going to be talked about. The announcement is imminent. We don't know when it's going to be, but it's coming soon at some point. I feel like, and we've done a whole podcast about this, but I gotta hold with what I said. I think September is when we get to see it. They show us again a little bit into the end of the beginning of the year. It's released on March 10th on my birthday, also Mario Day, and I get a Switch 2 for Christmas from Jeeb. He buys me one. I think that's how it's gonna go down.
Wait, wouldn't it be the other way around because I work for you and you give me your money?
But it's my birthday.
You want me to give you back the money you gave me?
I want you to use it to buy me a Switch 2 if you don't mind for my birthday.
We'll talk, son.
Come on, man, it's my birthday.
I got Chess to play you music on your birthday. That's the best gift you ever got.
You did. That was actually really cool. That was super cool.
Man, I wish I shared that optimism with you, Jeff. I don't think that it's happening September. If Power Mad in the chat actually kind of nailed what I think as well. It's February next year. I think it's got to be February next year.
And we've already heard about the Switch 2, and we start seeing Switch 2 titles?
By February, we're going to hear about the Switch 2, if not in February. But I think September this year is more likely to, we were going to see something about the Switch 2. I think that's at least a tweet. A tweet for an announcement for 2025, like in Q1 of 2025, like something like that or whatever.
Jeeb, do you mean an X post?
No.
We're not calling it that.
Thank you, Jeff. You're my best friend. Let's make you the podcast host. Forget Drip. I think we can wrap it up on that. Guys, if you're in the stream, make sure to stick around. Don't go anywhere. We're doing here a couple minutes of the after show. But first, you guys can find Jeff on YouTube. You can find him on TikTok. You can find him on Twitch. All the links should be down below. Jeff, where else can people find you?
I have an account anywhere where there's some kind of social media. There's probably a Jeff Droidvania account.
Well, good. Follow him on all the Jeff Droidvanias. And make sure to spell it right, because I'm an idiot and was spelling his name wrong like 14 different times. Because I was saying like the Vania part. For some reason, I was spelling it VAINIA. I don't know why I was doing that. It just, I don't know, my dyslexia phonetically spelling, I don't know, messed it up that way.
Yeah,
but
that's definitely what it was.
But make sure to spell it correctly. Anyway, it's not that hard. It's Jeff Droidvania on all of the places. Make sure to follow him all the places. Jeff, thank you so much for coming on, dude. This was a ton of fun.
Thank you, dude.
Looking forward to having you again.
It was fun.
Awesome. Drip, get off the show. You're fired. And
awesome.
For everybody else, we'll see you in the after show. If you're listening to audio platforms or on the YouTube VOD, we will see you guys next week.
Later.
Bye.
Do it, baby. It's the after show with Jeff Droidvania. Jeff, what's up, man? Good show. Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was a good one. That was great.
Fantastic.
It's good.
Good. Chat, what's up? How'd you guys like the show? How'd you guys like Jeff? He was great.
Mario in the house. Mine is 2017 Switch launch. We're talking about favorite direct.
Yeah, I think that's what they were talking about.
Super ADHD says should be
cool.
called Metroid Prime 4. Better late than never.
Did you guys hear Mrs. Jeep come over like 5 or 10 minutes ago and making bag sounds on the mic? That the mic she did not know was hot.
No.
Okay, good.
I didn't even
heard
hear
you
her.
say something to her, but I didn't.
Well, because
hear
to
it.
me it was super loud, and I'm like, I had to be I'm like, Mrs. Jeep, mic's hot. Whatever I said. She had the McDonald's bag giving me my McDonald's, and she's like
what'd you
crinkling.
get?
She's crinkling all over the microphone. I'm like, Mrs. Jeep, stop. I don't know if they can hear it, but please stop.
I didn't even hear it.
That's good.
Got a quarter pounder with cheese?
I got a quarter pounder. That's my go-to McDonald's, man. Quarter pounder with cheese.
Let me tell you what I do. Are you ready for this?
And I used to get diets because I don't want the extra sugar, but I have to, when I go to McDonald's, I have to get their Sprite because their Sprite is the best Sprite in the world. Quarter pounder with cheese, large fry, large Sprite. That's my McDonald's.
So check it. Here's what you got to do with the quarter pounder. I'm gonna teach you guys something crazy right now, okay? So what you got to do, you get a quarter pounder or
It's all good, Mrs.
double
Jeep.
quarter, whatever. Okay, whatever you want. Get 2 patties, 1 patty, doesn't matter. It works the same. You got to get it with no mustard. Ask for no mustard, okay? Then you ask for their spicy mustard packs. You put that on there, okay? use a little fry. You can like dump it out, and then you got to take your fries, put them on the burger in the mustard.
You're one of those
Let me
guys.
tell you, that's the best way to eat a quarter pounder. Oh man, it's so good. It's like unreal.
I can be honest. I expected something really unhinged. That was actually
No. You just gotta change out the mustard. That's it. I'm telling you, it sounds like a small detail, but it's huge. It's massive.
There's people out there that are like, oh, it's how you make a quarter pounder great. You have them take out the beef and put a fillet of fish, and then a McRib on top. It's like, all right.
Calm down there.
And then some of the shamrock shake on top of there.
Oh yeah, you dip it in the shamrock shake.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's actually my favorite thing at McDonald's, though.
You
and
blend.
It happens around my birthday every year. The Shamrock Shake.
You blend it all together with the Shamrock, and you drink it. That's what.
And you make it a shake.
Yeah.
Moran says, "Shit, I'd keep both mustards."
Yeah, I love mustard, dude.
Mustard
Mustard's
is
the best.
lovely.
I would do both mustard. Too.
I used to be a no mustard guy for anything until Mrs. G came in my life. Mrs. G grew up with a slight red dye allergy, or is it tomato? I can't remember. I think it's red dye. So she could never have ketchup as a kid, but she's kind of grown out of that now. And so, but that means she was a mustard kid for everything. Like anything you use ketchup on, she'd use mustard because that's all she could really do.
Oh, yeah.
And I've adopted her mustard habits. Like fries and mustard was like, no way.
Yeah.
Before I met her, but now I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that.
That's good.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what's good? Sriracha and mustard together.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude.
Hell yes!
What about sriracha? What about sriracha and honey and mustard? They make like a sriracha honey mustard.
Oh, okay.
Because I like honey. My favorite mustard is honey mustard, like by far. And I like spicy honey mustards. So that might need to try that. Anyway, mustard is superior.
Yeah.
I mean, ketchup is good, but mustard is like the shit, man. It's vinegar. Vinegar is lovely.
My brother-in-law, I think was saying to me, and he's like, hey, you know what they should have? They should have sriracha in little packets they could bring with you and stuff. I'm like, yeah, like, you can get that.
I think they have that, yeah.
I'm like, they have that, and he's like, then why do people keep eating ketchup?
That's shit.
He's like, why do people keep getting ketchup? I'm like, I don't know, man. I put sriracha on like everything.
I'm sorry.
I have a T-shirt that says sriracha on everything.
Ketchup? I don't do ketchup unless it's like
ketchup,
on a burger with other things. Like, I don't dip anything in ketchup anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I did that.
I feel
honestly.
like I've grown out of it. I don't know. Like my kids use ketchup. It's the only reason I keep it in the house.
French fries. I still dip my French, wherever I'm getting my French fries from. I do that. McDonald's, their fries are good enough to where I don't need to dip them. But like if we're talking about a Burger King fry, I need ketchup. Or like waffle fries are good for ketchup because you could put so much on there. However, if I'm getting waffle fries, I'm getting honey mustard. That's what I'm dipping my waffle fries in. Especially from Chick-fil-A.
Sauce for everything.
Do you?
Yeah, if I go to a restaurant and I know they have buffalo wings on the menu, and if I get something with fries, I ask for a side of buffalo sauce.
Hell yeah.
Every time.
Love that.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I put hot sauce in just about everything. Like that mac and cheese I ate before the show, definitely dumped a bunch of hot sauce in that.
Can we publicly shame all of the people who eat their eggs with ketchup right now on this show?
Yeah, I'm not one of those people. Hold on, Coffee with Gains. Polynesian sauce is the shit, okay?
What is Polynesian? Is that Chick-fil-A?
It's kind of like a sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, it's very good.
The name, I probably never ordered because of the name.
Chick-fil-A sauce might be one of the best things ever.
Oh my God, yeah, it's very
I don't eat anything with mayonnaise in it.
Man, I'll eat mayonnaise on everything.
I've been better about it, but in the past, if I found out that mayonnaise touched anything I was about to eat, I wouldn't eat it. I hate it. It's so gross to me. Mayonnaise. I hate it. It's so gross.
Well, let me tell you something.
Rotten egg paste.
Growing up.
Bring it on.
Growing up.
Give me double.
When I was being upbrung by my mother and father, we weren't like a health craze house or nothing like that. But I don't think my mom liked mayonnaise. That's probably why we didn't get mayonnaise. My dad was in a big health kick when I was, growing up. So we didn't have mayonnaise in the house. And I didn't miss it. Right? Now at lunch, at middle school, at lunchtime, they actually had mayonnaise next to the mustard and ketchup in the pump things. So we'd get mayonnaise. What do you got there, Drip?
Finish your story. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
I'm
just messing. I got this new dock. I'm just
okay.
It's a dock.
We would get at the lunch room. You know, you could get your mustard, your ketchup, but also mayonnaise pumped. So we would get mayonnaise for our fries, or not fries, just in a cup. You put mayonnaise in a cup, and what I would do is baked Lay's from the snack bar. I was lucky enough to have a snack bar in middle school. Baked Lay's. Can't tell you why that was my go-to, but it was baked Lay's with the mayonnaise. If you've never had baked Lay's with mayonnaise, I guess if you don't like mayonnaise,
that's
don't
wild,
do it.
Man.
But if you like mayonnaise, do that. And I think it was my restriction at home for mayonnaise that makes me love mayonnaise today. I think that's what.
If you've never had cardboard and poison, you haven't been living.
Oh, you gotta try this shit. It's good.
Oh.
Cardboard and poison.
I know they call it poison, but rat poison. I just take a bite out of that shit. It's my favorite snack in the morning.
So Full Metal
you know what?
If I've had Duke's mayo, my wife has bought it when we've gone down south, but I haven't tried it because it's mayonnaise.
Yeah, they have so many different flavors though. Like they got some good shit. And no big deal, but WVU football team, they won the Duke's Mayo Bowl this past year, and our coach got mayonnaise dumped all over him after that.
Oh no!
Mayo has a
they have their own bowl game. Yeah. We won it. We won it this year. And then the winning coach has to sit in a chair and they dump a vat of mayonnaise on him. I don't know why. Why do you like? That's gross.
My wife
really gross.
My wife loves mayonnaise.
Good.
Mayo came back.
Mayo people rejoice.
Listen, mayonnaise is awesome. It's awesome. Duke's is where it's at though.
It's funny, like I'll eat so many things that are like in a similar vein, like things that are like fermented or like, you know, any of that like stuff where it's like, if you really think about it, it's kind of gross. Like yogurt is just like bad milk. Yeah. That kind of stuff. Like I'll eat all that stuff, but like, I don't know, the texture and the smell and the sight of mayo is just doesn't do it for me.
Now here's a funny story.
Do it for me.
Here's a funny story. I didn't have McDonald's for like 3 years by accident. I moved out to Illinois, and as a young 20-year-old man, 21, whatever I was 21, moved out here, and I don't know. I just was trying to adjust to a new life, so I don't know. My sister, moved in with them. They made great food. They taught me how to make really good healthy food, so we just eat that all the time, like home cooked stuff. And I just didn't touch McDonald's for like literally 3 years. And it wasn't until Mrs. Jeep again, when I met Mrs. Jeep. She loves McDonald's. She loves them. And I was every night, because I was driving late at night after work to go see her. I'd pick up McDonald's from my way home from work. First time in a while, and I tried it, and I almost vomited. The Big Mac was the most disgusting thing I'd ever put in my mouth. And I used to love Big Macs. Being away from McDonald's for so long made my taste buds adjust to real food. And McDonald's is terrible. It is terrible. The only reason I like it now is because it's the kind of thing where you get addicted to it and you adjust. And now I love it again. But I'm addicted to it. It's all addiction, man. It's drugs. Mickey D's, the biggest drug corporation in America.
All right.
That's my story. I like McDonald's now. I get quarter pounders because I'm still kind of traumatized by that Big Mac experience.
Dude, listen, the quarter pounders are what's up. I used to really like McDonald's chicken nuggets, but they fucking suck now, man.
Yeah, they're
just
terrible.
Not good.
They're terrible.
Like if I'm getting chicken nuggets, there's one place I'm getting them from. Well,
there's a few places. I mean, let's be honest.
There's a few places, but around here, it's Chick-fil-A. That's where I'm getting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You ever get chicken tenders from Popeyes? Those shits are good.
They're all right. Yeah, I got a Popeyes down the street. I don't really
seasoning. It's a breading and seasoning. I love it.
Yeah, it's that more that Cajun style. It's got a lot more spices, a lot more flavor to it. But I do think that Popeye's chicken sandwich, especially the spicy one, is superior to anyone else's chicken sandwich.
Agreed.
It's the best one.
Jeffrey, any I called you Jeffrey. Sorry, Jeff. Any opinions on that?
You're getting real formal over here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mr. Mania.
I'm a really big fan of just like the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken with just the pickles on it.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. How do you feel about the deluxe? What's got the like the lettuce, the tomato, and shit?
No, I don't need any of that.
I don't either. Not on a chicken sandwich. Like all you need is pickles. You need pickles.
This is how I order it. I hit the pickles button 3 times.
Oh.
And so it's just load. You can do it more. Like the app will allow it. But I try not to, because if you do it too much, if there's too many pickles on it, the bottom bun is literally just like
vinegar.
It's just disintegrated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do the 3 things of pickles and then fries with buffalo sauce.
I got in the chat here, Moran. If you guys don't know, he's local friend of mine. Lives right down the street actually. His power was out too. He was also dealing with the power outage. He just asked me if I tried the Huey Magoo's place. I actually saw them on DoorDash and almost ordered. They're like a chicken tender place. I don't know if that's like a chain or if it's like a one-off restaurant in Morgantown, but their stuff looked good, but it was fucking expensive for some chicken tenders, man.
Yeah.
Like they were expensive. And maybe that's just because it's DoorDash. Maybe they upped the. I don't know, but I was like,
oh yeah,
it's a
to
chain.
any of those DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever, the individual price of the items gets increased as well as a delivery fee and all that. So
yeah,
it's
I don't use those
expensive
services anymore. Ever since COVID, kind of subsided, I don't use them anymore. They charge you so much freaking money as a consumer, and the drivers get paid nothing, which I know because I tried it. I tried driving for DoorDash, and good Lord, you don't make any money unless you live in a city where everybody lives next to each other. It just doesn't work. Not to mention the little money they give the driver, they take so much money, dude. It's crazy how much they take for themselves, and the customer is just handing DoorDash so much money. We're like, just drive, man. Just go if you can, if you're able, go get it yourself. It helps the business more than it helps you.
People are insane. I watched
Hinders you.
it was like a special on the whole thing. I think it was the John Oliver Last Week Tonight thing, whatever he had.
Yes, I watched that.
He was talking about it, and he was talking about like the person who ordered a single piece of cake, but the way that it was like in New York or whatever, and where they were compared to where the cake shop was, the person had to like go across 2 different bridges.
Yes.
Do this weird like thing just to get to them. It took like an hour for them to ride
get
a
a slice of cake.
To get a slice of cake, and they didn't tip them or something
Because they don't have to tip. That's the thing. DoorDash doesn't give a fuck. They take all that money that's extra. They take it and they say, "Oh, the customer optional tip," and they should make it mandatory. Absolutely should make it mandatory. It's crazy. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. It's crazy though. Grubhub is the same. Yeah, no, they're all the same, dude.
I just found out Grubhub. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get like awesome deals with Grubhub. My cousin just told me about this the other day. She just did it. She was like, you need to just type it in Google, like Grubhub and Amazon Prime. I don't know what it is, but she's like, you don't have to pay any fees. You don't have to do shit, which is awesome. Because sometimes, man, it's like now. If I'm like, I'm hungry, we're doing the podcast, but I've had like 3 beers. I'm not gonna go drive.
Oh, for sure.
Somebody to bring me food.
Yeah, well, that's a time where it's necessary. You don't want to. Yeah, nobody's gonna be advocating drinking and driving. So yeah, absolutely, use it when you have to like that. But like I said, if you can, go get it yourself.
Later, Power Mad.
See you, dude.
I this one time, I was like dead set on getting Chipotle. And I was gonna have it delivered because I did not feel like going out to get it. I didn't want to go out to get any of the food. I'm like, whatever I'm getting it delivered. And so I go into Chipotle and I have a free entree coupon thing from the rewards or whatever. And so I order the entree, I order chips and queso, whatever I need to do to get like the minimum for delivery. I canceled it because it came out to like $35 at the end of the day.
Yep.
Like just have that food delivered to me. And I ordered Domino's and I spent $33 and I got like 7 meals worth of pizza.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
and I was able to tip. That was in the Chipotle was without a tip. I was before me tipping the delivery driver.
Yeah.
For Domino's, that was including the tip was $33.
For a while there,
nuts.
Mrs. Jeeb and I were using DoorDash and those services, whatever, Grubhub, Uber Eats was the big one we used. We would use them only when we could look. We looked at our emails, find the promo codes because they got promo codes, which honestly, that's what they actually are charging you. They're just taking advantage of other people who aren't looking at the promo code. That's pretty much how it works.
Yeah.
So you have to go look at the promo codes just to make it like a slightly reasonable deal. Like we were still paying like $20, $25 a person to eat when it's all said and done with the promo code. But at least it wasn't like $30, $35 a person, you know?
Jeeve, how about my, should we tell him my Papa Allen story?
Oh my God. Jeff, how much time you got? I don't want to hold you all night.
I have as much time as it will, as the temperature raises in this room.
Yeah, for real. You can, if you want to turn your air
conditioner's
don't
off.
turn. If you want to turn it on, I'm not going to turn it. Put it
Yeah,
against
it's
you.
good.
Fine.
It's all good.
I'm
man.
good. I'm fine. But yeah, go for it.
Well, one night, we decided, Jeeve and I decided we were going to play Splatoon.
The
on
Splatfest
this
for
channel.
when it was Zelda Splatfest.
Yeah, so we were going to get ready for it. You know, we were like, going to get back into Splatoon, play some Splatoon. We are like, let's just stream it. We'll stream it on the podcast channel. It'll be fun. So we're sitting here, and it was one of these times where like we're playing the game. I've had some beers. Obviously, I'm here. I can't go get food, so I'm like, I'm gonna get a pizza. And there's this place here. It's called Papa Allen's, and they got the best buffalo chicken pizza. It is.
Have had it. You gave it to me. It was delicious.
It's unreal. So I got that, and you can get like small ones, and it's like enough for me to eat. I mean, it's probably too much for me to eat, but I usually house the whole thing. But it doesn't matter. Either way, order it. We're playing for like another hour. It doesn't show up, and I'm looking on the map. I'm like, this guy's just like driving around. Like he's got my food. What is going on? I think the guy ate my pizza. We watched him park. We had him. I mean, we watched him park at this wherever he was. He sat there for a while. I think he ate the pizza, and then the order got canceled or something, or I had to call. I don't know. It was crazy. It was insane. And this went on forever. I reordered the pizza again, and then I didn't get it again. And then I went to another app and ended up ordering the pizza, and it finally showed up. And I think the whole thing, we were done streaming completely. Like
Dude,
we weren't even playing the game
live.
anymore.
We were live for 4 hours that night.
Yeah, like we weren't even playing the game anymore. It was just
We were-
like,
we were
when the fuck
planning-
is the pizza gonna come?
We were planning maybe 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we were there for 4 hours, and we couldn't leave. I made it a rule that I would not end the stream until Drip was eating pizza.
I think we started ranking snack foods at that point.
Yeah, we changed it up. Yeah, we weren't playing Splatoon the whole
Doing
time.
some tier lists, filling the time.
No, we did. It was a lot of fun. We should do that again sometime. Drip.
Yeah, we should. That was fun. That was a good time.
Well, I'm getting hungry. You hungry? So I'm gonna eat some of this McDonald's here. But before I do that, I suppose we should wrap it up and thank the audience for joining us tonight. This was a lot of fun.
Yes,
Thank
it
you,
was. Thank you.
Jeff, again. Thank you so much for joining us, dude. It's like we're old pals. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
Natural, dude. We'll have you back on.
Good.
As soon as we want to. So we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out next year. No.
As soon as they announce, as soon as they drop
Silk Song. Yeah, we're not going to have you back until Silk Song is announced.
And I'm just a skeleton sitting here waiting for the Drip and Jeep podcast.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Cali Smoke, what's up? We're gonna sign off for now, guys. Just a reminder, if you're new here tonight, please make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, which I need to mention more often, especially while we're live, but I don't do that. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're less than 200 subscribers away from 1,000, making us true YouTube partners, which would be amazing. So
It would be amazing. Come on, people.
that'd be great.
Tell your friends.
Tell a
Share
friend
it
to
with
tell
your
a friend to
friends.
tell a friend. You know, the kids say, right? Let's go ahead and sign off for now, guys. We will see you guys. When are we gonna see them, Drip? We made so much content this week. It's crazy.
No, we're done for the week. We're fucking done. I got band practice tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not. No videos for me, Drip. I'm not editing this week. I'm on hiatus. Goodbye. As soon as I press end of the live stream, I'm gonna gone, disappear forever, for a week. No, guys, but for real, we'll see you guys next Wednesday for the show. And again, don't forget, if you have not already followed Jeff at all of his links that are in the chat, please do so. We'd greatly appreciate that. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.